Good morning, my name is Thabo Mhlala from the Teacher newspaper. Welcome to Teacher Time. Today in this episode, Top Teacher, we are here at Bramfisher Primary School where we'll be interviewing Lorraine Mabizela. Lorraine came up with a number of initiatives including gardening to feed learners who come from poor families, HIV and AIDS orphans, and those who are living with the virus. Come, let's go meet this amazing teacher. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello.
Can you tell us the subject that you teach and the grades?
Okay, I teach grade 6 natural science and grade 7 technology and arts and culture. The garden project that is there, it was a grade 6 project, but now it's going to grade 7.
Okay. How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 10 years now.
For 10 years. Okay. I understand that you came up with a number of initiatives. Can you tell us about some of those?
I did, Thabo. I started teaching here in Bramfisher in 2003. The school was conceived in 2001. When I arrived in the school, it didn't have an emblem. I came up with an idea with my grade 7 learners, and we did the emblem for the school, and we also did the slogan, "Strive for the best." And in 2004, at the end of 2003, I noticed that learners were not giving awards. There were no certificates, nothing. Because I believe in motivating learners. Then in 2004, I approached the principal and asked about exactly how do we motivate learners in the school, in the different learning areas. Then the principal told me about the resources, because I remember at that time, we didn't have electricity. So I had the principal put it upon my shoulders to come up with a committee that was going to be responsible of the awards committee. Then I chose educators that were going to work with me in that committee. I slept at 2 o'clock using my personal computer, designing certificates for the learners here at the school. I remember at that time there were about 400 certificates. And at the same time, I was using my money along the way. But you know what? The project was a great success. And also I noticed that here at school, we had child-headed families. And there were learners who were living with HIV and AIDS. So with a colleague, we did an HIV committee, and we started attracting people from outside, to donate food parcels so that we can always give those learners. So I think I've done a lot, but it's never enough. Because with the gardening project, if you can notice, some of the vegetables are few. It's because some of the vegetables were taken to the kitchen to help the learners. Because the majority of our learners, they don't have lunch boxes and all that. So we provide them here at the school. So that garden is also supplying our kitchen to feed our learners.
Well, what motivated you to come up with this kind of, what drives you to come up with this?
The gardening project, it started in a learning area, natural science.
Okay.
We're doing the dicotyledonous and the monocots. Then I saw an idea out of it, because after we have observed the seeds germinating, what are we going to do with them? Then you know what, we came up with the idea that let's start a project that will help the school at the end of the day. But because we didn't have people who were assisting us, this year I've consulted the councillor of this area, the ward councillor, and they have promised to help us, because it's only me and the environment committee that are so far working on the gardening project.
Interesting. Any message for your colleagues out there, teachers in general?
I know at times it can be strenuous being a teacher. Like right now, some of the projects that I'm running, I have to do them during my spare time. I would like to encourage educators to persevere just for these children. I know with others, money is always an issue. It is an issue to each and every one of us. But let's put these learners, let's make them be the first people. Let's make them to be our priority. Then we'll know that we'll have a better South Africa in future. And let's motivate them, Let's do away with that thing of learners wanting people to feel pity for them. Let's motivate them to do things for themselves. And they must know that they can be, even if the background doesn't allow that learner, maybe he comes from a poor family, it's not the destiny of that learner. That learner can be something big in future.
She's a good teacher, and when she's teaching us, she wants us to experiment things just like the garden. We were differentiating the monocotyledons and dicotyledons. So she said we must go and test it in the garden. So we decided to make the garden.
My background, but not my destiny. I'm not defined by how society views me, nor how they scrutinize my background. My background is part of me. Yes, there'll always be a strong connection between where I come from and where I'm going, because my background has molded me. But I have a very strong tool that will defeat the stereotype. I'm talking to those who define me according to my background and analyze me as unfortunate. I'm talking to those who give me zero chances because of my background. Oh yes, I'm not in denial of my background. I'm proud of where I'm coming from, but that does not define me. My strongest tool, my brain. One day, just one day, I will go places, come back, plot the roots of success. Yes, my brain will take me somewhere. I'm confident and grounded. My future will be defined by me. With my strong tool, I will conquer the world. Wherever I go, I will be big. I will leave my footprint of success, and I'll be colossal. And no term, just hear me when I'm saying no term will best define me. Yes, I will defeat the stereotype. So definitely, society will never define me according to my background. One day, I'll be larger than life. It might sound like a fantasy to others. That's a promise I intend to keep, but watch me.
I like Miss Mabitsela very much because when she's teaching us, she tells us that if we don't understand, we must stop her and tell her that, ma'am, we don't understand this and that. So we must not be behind.
As Lorraine put it, it's hard, it's challenging, but please persevere for the benefit of our country and our children. See you next time on Teacher Time.